In our Sunrise Smart Start, an employee with the Greece Central School District has been arrested after allegedly bringing a gun onto school property yesterday morning.
Greece police identifying the employee as Olga M. Martinez, a Rochester resident. Her charges include criminal possession of a weapon on school grounds. The school went into lockdown and authorities say 2 people were involved in a dispute while driving in the area before pulling into the parking lot of Greece Odyssey High School. One of the drivers reported the other displayed a gun during that interaction, and the school says the weapon never went into the building, but the employee has been terminated.
Plus, police say they were called to West Jackson Street for the report of a stolen car yesterday. On arrival, 48-year-old Michael Robinson was found in that car, according to police. They also say he may have had a weapon and was unwilling to exit the vehicle. Eventually, he came out and was arrested. Charges are currently pending, and in response to this, Palmyra Central School District went into lockdown. In a statement from the district, they say, quote, "We understand the situation may have created challenges for families, but this procedure was in effect for the safety of all involved. We're grateful for our connection with local police and for your patience and understanding with the district implementing its safety plans," end quote. Looking at some international news now, Canadian police making an arrest of the second person connected to a mass stabbing in the province of Saskatchewan. But officials say shortly after his arrest, 32-year-old Miles Sanderson went into medical distress and later died. This comes after a 3-day manhunt during which they found the body of his brother. Miles and his brother are suspected of stabbing 10 people to death and wounding at least a dozen more.
In some national news now, 4 people are dead, 3 others injured in Memphis, Tennessee after police say a man went on a shooting rampage throughout the city last night. Hours after the shooting started, police took the suspect, 19-year-old Ezekiel Kelly, into custody. During the search for Kelly, residents were told to avoid going out in public and local businesses closed down. The city's public transit service was suspended as well out of an abundance of caution. At one point, police say Kelly switched vehicles, carjacking and shooting a woman. Kelly was apparently streaming all of this on Facebook. Bringing it back locally now, time for a look as students head back into the classroom. Today we're heading to McQuaid Jesuit High School for their first day of school.
That's right. Jatira Marsh is live in Brighton with us this morning as the school day gets underway. Jatira, good morning. What can you tell us? Sounds very exciting out there.
Of course, it's very exciting. It's a very exciting time. I'm here at McQuaid in Brighton, joined by the Director of Communications, Mr. Dave Yates. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. Thanks for coming.
Tell me how excited you are for the first day of school this year.
It is very exciting. I mean, you know, the traditions here at McQuaid are just so well founded, and it's such a great place to be, and it's really exciting to be a part of it. And you know, yesterday we had kids in for orientation sessions, and to see the 6th graders who are, you know, barely up to your waist, and all the way up to the 12th graders who are kind of walking them through and showing them around and getting the lay of the land, so to speak. It's really great to be a part of it, and it's really exciting. And you know, 8:15 once that first bell rings, and it's kind of like at the horse track, away they go once the bell rings, right?
Right. So even though today is the first day of school, sports have already started. Talk to me about that. Sports
have started, and of course athletics are such a big part of, you know, McQuaid and the traditions here and the success here. We ended the year last year with a state baseball title. Our football team won the sectional championship last year. They started off with a big win against Aquinas last Friday. We've got U Prep this Friday. Our soccer team played a great game against Aquinas last week. They picked up their first win over the weekend, and they play again this weekend. So things are really kicking into gear, and it's just another sign that school is here and fall is here, and we're ready to go.
Awesome. Congrats on that big win, and good luck on the next game. How's staffing looking this year compared to last year?
Staffing's really well. We've pretty much got everybody in place that we need to get things going. We've got one opening right now in our vocal music department, but other than that, we are all geared up and ready to go.
And what time can we expect the students to flood in?
They should start coming in between the next 15-30 minutes or so, and we'll start getting things underway.
Woo! Exciting! I can't wait. All right, well, that's all we have for you guys. We're going to wait for the students to get here. Reporting live in Brighton, Jatira Marsh, News 8.
Oh, thank you, Jatira. I wish you could stay out there for a few more minutes so that we could see students arrive, but I guess we'll get it later on News 8. Thank you, though.
Me too.
Students are working their way back to the classroom as we have seen today, and that includes over at Mary Cariola Center in Rochester. The center specializes in individualized education, helping youth with disabilities and special needs. New and returning students got off the bus yesterday morning, their teachers and new friends ready to welcome them to their classes.
All right, James, how is our forecast looking for the students heading out the door this morning?
Not bad. A little bit of fog in pockets, clouds, a little bit of drizzle, but no heavy rain certainly. May run into some wet roads, but otherwise it's a manageable morning with numbers hanging in the 60s. Watch out for maybe a drop or two in the Finger Lakes, otherwise looking pretty good. This afternoon, we've got a great day. I've got numbers climbing into the mid-70s later today, and there will be more sun, certainly. So we'll hit the average of the mid-70s. 80s likely down the line. Looks like we can get to the 80s as we get into Friday and Saturday. We'll take a look at the weekend forecast coming up in a couple of minutes. Allie, Mel, back to you.
All right, let's take a look at the roads in our sunrise traffic. Still same story out there. Ooh, a little hard to see, but no accidents out there, so that's good. 390, 495, 90 running on time. We'll keep you updated throughout our morning cut-ins. Time now for the GRE Morning Business Report. Apple's new lineup of iPhones will boast better cameras, processors, and batteries. And despite inflation, will remain at the same price as last year's models. The standard iPhone 14 will start at $799. The 14 Pro Max will start at $1,099.
The hunt to haunt is on as Halloween lovers search high and low for the most popular decorations. Animatronics at Home Depot are sold out online, and the shelves have been bare bones for the giant skeleton sold out in July. According to a business professor with the University of Houston, a lot of these decorations come from China, where they're still in a COVID lockdown. So if you're hoping for a screaming good time this Halloween, beware, you may need to start early.
Now for the latest on COVID-19. Governor Kathy Hochul announcing some changes to mask policies in New York as new booster shots become available to the public. The Department of Health changing mask rules to better match CDC guidelines. Masks now optional on mass transit in airports, correctional facilities, and shelters. The Regional Transit Service has also decided to follow the masks optional guidance. Masks will still be required at care facilities such as nursing homes. And Hochul says the move from mandatory to optional in these spaces is a big step in the right direction, but says this doesn't mean masks are disappearing altogether.
And with the ongoing health crisis hospitals are facing, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is calling for additional funding for community health care workers. With monkeypox and COVID still spreading throughout the country, Gillibrand says supplemental funding is necessary to tackle health care issues at the local level. She's asking for $1 billion to be added onto the current $3 billion secured in the American Rescue Plan, which has been used to support health care workers, treating patients, and administering vaccines across the state.
And here's what some people might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. What else? It's game day. The Buffalo Bills are in Los Angeles to take on the reigning Super Bowl champs, the LA Rams. The game at SoFi Stadium starts tonight at 8:20. A big part of the story is Von Miller making his return against his former team on his debut in a Bills uniform. We do have some more information and previews for the game throughout the day. Look at us, James.
Yeah, look at that.
We put on our Bills gear, and I just want to give a shout out to Von Miller. There he is.
Von Miller.
Super excited. Let's go, Miller.
Yeah, there you go. Great to see that. One of the best defensive ends in the game. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings already. One with the Broncos, one with the Rams. Is he going to get a 3rd with the Bills?
Let's hope so. There's been a lot of talk about that, James.
That would be very exciting. Certainly one of the only players ever to do that. We've got fog around this view, really an interesting one. We should be looking at sunrise, but not the case. It is a foggy morning around the area. Watch out for that on your morning commute. Temperature-wise, we're holding in the lower 60s, but we'll finally see the weather break this afternoon. We've got sun in the forecast, and we likely have numbers getting into the mid-70s, 77 this afternoon, 80s for Friday, Saturday, 80s as well. Then it looks like rain showers coming on Sunday. But the question is, for us morning newsers, can we stay up for the full game tonight? Is it going to happen? No.
Check it back in with us tomorrow. I feel like the answer is going to be no.
Yeah, not happening.
When we have to wake up at 3 a.m. But we'll see. I would love to see the full game, James.
Yeah,
we'll get the play-by-play.
You want me to give you the play-by-play?
Yeah, James will give us the play-by-play tomorrow, News 8 at sunrise. So if you miss the game as well, James has you covered.
I am going to, well, I'm assuming Thad Brown will give us a lovely package on it tomorrow morning that we can show off. I am planning on watching the first quarter and maybe even the first half.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Just make sure you get, you know, your what's the word?
Ducks in a row?
Football word.
Yeah, a football word. Well, just get a little bit of it, and then you can go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. I got my mozzarella sticks ready to go.
There you go. All right. Thanks so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Go Bills.
Yeah, our next update is coming up in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is next.